Hey, my name's Rachel Antrell. I play Commander Non on Star Trek Discovery. Welcome to Timeline Talks.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live in Technicolor from the beautiful Hollywood Hills, California. The show where the total retail price of their advice is $0. This is Timeline Talks. Featuring guest stars. The fact of the matter is, oh my, it's stars and garters. Also featuring, more like Command Dips suck, look out, it's Automaton 2000. And now, there's no way he gets this intro right. Here's your host, Captain Idol.
Yes, and welcome to Timelines Talks, the premium exclusive skill-based show with absolutely zero random number generators involved, where you can guarantee we will be here and won't lose you that one last arena battle that you wish you had won for a super website. Yes, welcome to the show, guys. We are back once again. We've got a lot on our plate coming up tonight. While these guys are smiling at my carny behaviour.
Does that count as him fucking up the intro? I think that counts.
Come on, that was so fluent. That's going to be more fluent than the rest of the show. You can tell I'm feeling better.
We appreciate a little bit of clever needling now and then.
Of course.
It's all so friendly.
Everyone's so nice to me, aren't they? Yes, so a few first off announcements. For those that don't know, we have WRG coming onto the show for an interview on the 23rd. Yes, that's right, that is next week, in fact. So next week we will have WRG here to, well, specifically Ben to come and answer the questions for the community. So thank you for everyone that submitted questions for that. On April the 3rd, we have our charity show. It's going to be a whole day's worth of events. We're going to be streaming for 8 or 9 hours. We've finally got our schedule all planned out. We've got it all ready. I'll be showing that off a little bit later, showing everything we've got coming up over the 9 hours and who we're going to be supporting as well. We'll talk a little bit about that a bit later. We're going to do some Timeline Showdown. We've got the Honour Sale we're going to talk about. If you missed last night's stream, go check YouTube. You can see us do some very questionable pulling. We'll talk about the objective event that has concluded. We shall talk about the Über campaign, the supreme campaign.
Now, don't let it catch on. Let's stick with Uber, and we're gonna make sure everyone calls it that.
The Scuba campaign.
Hot off the press. If you didn't get it the first time, it's second chance Laris.
You've had one Laris, yes, but what about second Laris?
What about second Laris? Guys, how are we this evening? It feels like it's been a while.
I'm full of food. I saw you yesterday. What the fuck are you talking about?
I've got to get my stars fixed. Come on. I need to hear you at all times. Anyway, before this gets weird, let's talk about... thank you for everyone that submitted show titles. I'm slowly working through the list. Thank you to everyone that submitted show titles. Everyone gets to spin on a wheel. Congratulations to Danjavin for winning this week's show title. But let us, if I can find the right button, did I put it on this screen? No, I didn't. Bloody hell, right, we're going to have to go Legacy for a minute.
Every time this happens, to imagine the idol is like Khan in Wrath of Khan, where he's like, where's the override? The override!
Let's spin it! Dodo Volcanic! You are our winner for our for a sub, so we will reimburse you. I think you're currently a subscriber. We will reimburse you when it is time to come up. Finally, event winners. Congratulations to =J lowercase j equals I can't do it as well as you can, Auto. Nimuk for winning your 5 of 5 Twilight Archer. So Bajoran claps all round for you. Other notable names, we've got AJ Warp 9 at number 2.
By the way, this is absurd because right now there's so many events in the event hub. You scroll over, there's still more events going on, and I got to go all the way there to find.
You dog. I heard you like events.
What if I put an event in your event? Yes, an objective event. Can it be an event that's played? No, wait, we won't go there again. Number 2, AJ Warp 9, congratulations. Number 4, James T. Kirk. Travelling Man at number 5. Sankatse Siete, number 10. Roy Kirk, the legendary very first 12-hour Voyager. Number 11, Walt Koenig at number 14, and our very own Supreme Voyage Verifier on the Discord, Mr. Nolian, at number 47. So congratulations to all those.
That's a very appropriate number 47.
It is a very appropriate. That number's come up a lot lately, and for good reason. Yes, I am very hyped to watch some more Star Trek tomorrow. This is. I've remarked about this before, but this is the golden age of Star Trek. This is like we're not okay.
It's the second golden age.
Yeah, this is another golden age. We've hit it. We've hit it again because like we're coming at that peak in the 90s, and now we've got, whether you like it or not, specific interpretations aside, but we have more Trek on now than we have had in a long time, and I love it.
I think that there's more hits than misses. Even people who dislike one or two shows, they can admit that there's another show that they like, or at least one that they. I feel like
this show.
Oh, you know what? That's true. This is my favorite show.
Yes, did you know we're canon, by the way? It's all the LCARS.
We should be fired out of a cannon, you say.
Oh, absolutely. Shall we top off?
With the Matrons watching from the outside going, no.
Listen, before we go into our thoughts about the objective event and the honour sale, we need to catch up. We actually do need to catch up because we've been neglecting this for so long. It is actually time. We're
at the semi-finals.
We are at the semi-finals. We did.
This Wednesday on UPN, an all-out war. Competitors from all over the cosmos go head-to-head in a battle for supremacy. Captain Kirk versus Spock. Captain Kirk versus the Gorn. Captain Kirk versus basic human decency. Find out who will fall and who will be victorious on Timeline Showdown.
Yes, we will continue. Oh, no, we're not going to talk about Laris now. Oh, professionalism. There we go. Let's talk about which crew...
It's time to be everyone else.
Look, I'm going to stop talking now. Otto, please tell us the category of this challenge. What was the original theme we came up with?
Polls up in chat, by the way, so get on it. This is a Evans of Wales original. He asks, which alien would most benefit a Starfleet crew? Some one-off superpower alien joined a Federation vessel and helped them explore the galaxy and beat back the Cardassians. Which crew would you pick on your team? So in the semifinals, we are down to Trelane, the frolicsome sprite from Squire of Gothos and TOS, or Carl Behold, a guardian of forever in Discovery. And before I can even finish the sentence, Carl has already demolished Trelane in the building. So.
I think if you tempered Trelane, if you took a while, got his mum and dad on the side just to kind of like rein him in, his powers might be useful because he's pretty much a Q. Like I would say he is probably more powerful than Carl, but he is more temperamental.
The thing with Trelane was we never got an establishment of just how much of his power was reliant on that machine, or if that was just a thing to amplify it or to contain it or control it. Like, we never quite got a square answer on that, so I'd be interested to know what the actual power rating is there.
I like to think it's like the training wheels on his bicycle, you know. Because there's a
training wheels was like the events of the episode, him taking a ruler and sticking it in the spokes, and then he falls over.
Why would Kirk do
freaking
this?
Kirk? There's a great video I think you can find on YouTube. You can probably just search John Delancey Trelane, and he talks about Trelane being the forerunner for the idea of the Q, and so he drew a lot of inspiration from Bill Campbell's representation.
Yes. There is a book by Peter David, obviously non-canon, but it does go into Trelane returns to the Next Generation cast, and he creates like alternate timelines, and basically it's all Q's fault because he's a member of the Q. I think it turns out it's his son or something like that. Anyway, but it's a good book. It's a good read.
Is he Cunha from Voyager?
Not that. I think this book was before that aired. So this, I think, I'll look up the date. But yeah, it's a good read actually. It's got Winnie the Pooh in it.
Well, I'm sold.
Oh, bother.
All right, so that's a runaway freight train win for Carl.
Okay.
Carl's just cool.
Carl is cool.
Next poll already up in chat, folks. Go vote. Who would benefit most, a Starfleet crew, Ardra or Kevin the Dowd Uxbridge? You know, we should give them all wrestling names, you know, like Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Kevin the Dowd
Uxbridge.
Kevin the Ux drop a bridge on your Uxbridge. Or something like that. The Bridgeinator.
The Bridgeinator.
So, Kevin is a drag. I don't know if I'd be able to stand going on a deep space like first contact mission with him. He'd just be like moping in 10-4 and they'd be like, "Hey Kevin, how was your day?" And he's like, "My wife's dead."
Yeah, so I miss my civilization.
See you in Astrometrics tomorrow afternoon.
It'd be either that, we'd get to like the other way with it. He'd like, you'd be in a confrontation on the bridge and it'd be an alien species, and he'd wonder, "Do you want me to wipe out their entire species for you?" I'm like, no, Kevin, calm down, don't do it again. Just hold yourself back, come on.
Just hold me back.
Hold me back. I'll wipe out the entire civilization if you want me to. Do you want me to? No? Anyone? No? Okay, fine.
So, Audra is objectively less powerful, but she's got a flair for the dramatic. She's hot, which that doesn't factor in my decision. And she is a superlative engineer and con woman. Which are incredibly useful skills if you're a Starfleet officer, because, let's be real here, a lot of the most popular and, decorated and established Starfleet commanders are con men. Like, the Corps Might maneuver is a con. It's a trick, really. And if she turned that manipulative prowess onto more altruistic means, I could see something going there.
Would you say?
I think one of the highlights of early TNG is hearing Patrick Stewart utter the phrase "flim flam man."
Nothing but a flim flam man.
All right, I think Chet's pretty on board with this one. Easy, Kev.
Damn.
Kevin Uckbridge. Yeah, I think if he got his, if he got out of his terminal depression, he'd be useful.
If he just went to some grief counselling.
Just a little bit, yeah. If he, got himself out
with
of
a counsellor who he doesn't drive insane.
Okay,
went to a few mock barra classes with Crusher and Troy, he'd be fine.
And now for the grand finals. Pull up and chat. Which alien will most benefit a Federation Starfleet crew? Carl, behold, a guardian of forever, or Kevin, what did we say? The Dowd, Uxbridge.
You know what? Guardian of Forever is already a pretty good wrestling title, but I like the idea of calling him, what's it from Galaxy Quest? Carl the Omega 13, Guardian of Forever. Because you're just like, hey, I made an oopsie.
Is there air? You don't know.
I like Namer's point. Basically, Carl is just, he just operates an elevator, essentially. He's the attendant sitting aside pushing the buttons, whereas Kevin can just, run the universe,
I mean, I guess, if you count, stomping ants as running the universe.
Kevin. I have to go Kevin with this, I think.
Kevin didn't do anything creative. All he ever did was kill. We never saw him use his powers for good.
Oh, it's getting close now. They're a vote apart.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, right? Is that Kevin is, I mentioned he's very introspective. He likes to guilt himself. Carl is very proactive. And he's also very wise on a personal basis, despite the fact that he's meant to be an inanimate object. So,
here's the thing.
I don't know. I feel like you...
Here's the thing, Carl...
You'd have a conversation with Carl.
You could, yes. But you'd be like, Carl, I need to just, pop over here to get the sensor readings from Sigma Iota 3, and then you'd step through the portal and be like, you've just transported me to the mirror universe again. There was no need. We've been here 6 times already. I face my inner demons. Can I just go and, he'd just prank you all the time. I think it's still Kevin for me. Kevin with a bit of therapy and a bit of life guidance would be an excellent asset to Star Trek.
Ben says he's a guy that sits in the elevator and pushes the buttons, and then you have to tip him. So. He's also the guy that sits in the bathroom. Make sure you're not railing coke.
Ben, do you live in an apartment building from the 1930s? What the hell?
Sprays you with perfume on the way out. Thank you. Come again. Dude, this is a dead heat right now. 50-50
this is
between Carl and Kevin.
I wish I could throw
Team Kevin, come on.
The 3 of us are going to have to be tiebreakers if it ends in a tie.
Kevin, come on, people vote in it.
I'm with Carl. I'm down for Carl, man.
What were you also?
Well, I will say Carl was my favorite part of whatever season of Discovery that was. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I did watch those 2 episodes, and I'm like, I do like it, so. I don't know if I'd vote for him.
He said he liked Discovery. We'll clip that and we'll play that back to him when it comes to the argument.
Just the best of all the times Otto admitted a thing he liked about Discovery.
He'll just be really broken apart. And that one time when I liked Discovery.
In fact, I liked it so much, I would like to interest you in some Paramount Plus.
Don't. Don't let the host... Come on, quickly vote someone. No, it's tied.
Oh, wow. Okay,
All right,
also,
I'll
you
tell
are
you
the
what.
tiebreaker. Did you vote?
No, Walt. What
Okay,
are you guys voting for?
I've already voted.
I voted Carl.
I vote Kevin. So literally, it's up to you.
Stars, you vote Carl?
I vote Carl.
Oh, God, this is too much power for one man.
This is Kevin and Carl's, this is their dilemma.
The show doesn't continue until I give an answer. I could say anything I want right now.
Yeah, you could start playing music
You always
box
do.
music in people's ears.
All right.
Wow.
I think Star's arguments sold me. I think Kevin, even though I love the gravitas, is a little too mopey, and I want a spirit of exploration and fun and mystery. So I'm breaking the tie in favor of Carl, elevator button pusher of forever.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. You know what that calls for? You know what that calls for? There we go. Right. Congratulations.
Someone
Carl.
should just combo it from the mariachi into suspense.
I think we did do that last time. Finally, how long has that taken us?
About 5 months. So
That was literally a 2021 project to get that finished. Sorry, Evans.
It's still done faster than our Star Trek Adventures campaign. It's fine.
All right. Shall we talk? Honor Sale is among us, and as I mentioned yesterday, we popped on stream and we did a few honor pulls with some of our community. So if you go onto our YouTube, you can find that video and go and have a watch. It's quite fun. Not too long, and then we ended up playing some Pictionary afterwards as well because why not?
Dude, that was so fun.
was
So
really
I
fun.
accidentally put it to 10 rounds. I didn't know how long they were going to take. So we did 3 rounds on stream. We're like, all right, that's long enough. We went off air, and then we did the other 7 rounds. Just the 6 of us laughing at each
Yeah,
other.
which is just good fun. This is we were this isn't a bit.
No. Turns out I'm quite good at drawing the Suez Canal. But yes, the honor sale.
You sucked. It was terrible.
Shut up! It was a boat in a river. What do you want?
My drawing of Anubis was better.
Honor sale is here. We have in the stores at the moment your chance to relinquish yourself of all that hard-earned honor you've been saving over the last 3 months. And this definitely proves the theory that our good friend Genos came up with, that these are happening within pretty much every quarter. Because I think he did put the prediction up and he said it's going to happen between these dates in March, and he was near enough spot on. He was in one of the three Tuesdays, and yeah. So I believe, if you're willing to comment, Ben, since you're in chat, are these actually happening every 4 times a year, essentially, which is fine. I like that.
Idle, he can't possibly comment. He has to keep us on our toes, and there's no roadmap.
Shots fired.
We have to consult we have to slice open the belly of a goat, pull out entrails, and then see how they fall.
That's true.
And that tells us when the next honor sale is.
Throwing tea leaves into the cup and seeing how they fall. But yes, it is very. I mean, this is just proving the
Red
theory.
alarm! Red alarm! Red alarm!
For following. Thank you very much.
Aardvark, that's great.
That's a great name. I would say this is happening every 4 times a year, every 3 months. It seems to be like, and that's fine. It's
Red alarm! Red alarm!
Thank you, Kern 3.
Red alarm!
Kern 3. Where's Kern 2 and Kern 1? What have you done with Tony
We're
Todd?
good. Okay,
Yes. Go on.
a little fun poll up in chat in case you guys haven't had enough polls yet. Is WRG going to drop this Honor Hall collection the day after the sale concludes and you're all out of honor?
No.
Will they do that?
No, I don't want an Honor Hall collection. That just screams, give us money.
Oh yeah, that would never happen.
No, of course they wouldn't do things like that. But yes, how have you guys? What are your opinions? Like now we're in the kind of full rotation of every 3 months on a sale. Sorry, is this working out for you? Is this better than once a year and spending 10 days, spending your millions of honor on that? How do you feel about this?
You know,
I mean, it's
And now you talk.
no. Now you talk.
for once, I'm not. Usually, I give the shill answer and I say, "Well, this is how WRG can justify it." Well, bleep that. This time, I'm going to talk about me. I much prefer it regularly. In the past, I'm going to hold out anyway and wait for the sale. So at least this way, I don't have to wait 18 months and have 1 week of fun. This time, I can space it out a little bit. I can drop some sites on in between and not feel like I have to wait forever to get more citations back. So I definitely prefer it this way. They're not going to get more money out of me this way, but it is more enjoyable for me this way. So that it makes it more fun to play.
I will also say that I'm more tempted now to grab golds that I otherwise would be like, these are good stats, but I'm never going to finish them because I don't have a particular affection for them. I don't need that skill set. Because instead of being like, I'm going to have to accumulate like 3 campaign pulls or get lucky in a pack, I can be like, well, I'll sit on them 2 stars. They'll drop maybe 10, 20 voyage ranks, and then avoid an honor sale will roll around, and then suddenly I can finish them off. And that's not something I could do before. I would have to pick my crew and then kind of forecast, okay, who's going to be good for the next year? And it's like, most of the time you can gauge that pretty accurately. Otherwise not.
Combine that with
now with BigBook.app, you can judge exactly what voyage rank your crew is going to be in 1 year's time. So
BigBook.app, ruining your roster since 2021.
Earlier than that.
I forget what I was going to say. No, it's got, yes, with retrieval as well. Your point stars, you can look at crew you wouldn't look normally. With retrieval, that expands the possibilities as well. You're looking at crew thinking like, well, I can retrieve them. They're hard to retrieve. It's or if you're cold, who just seems to get all fuse begolds, then maybe honor sales are not for you anymore.
For podcast listeners, will WRG drop the Honor Hall collection after the sale? 68% say they're not that mean.
Please don't.
And 1/3 say for sure.
Don't ever do that.
Sure.
Never do that. Never put a... No, stop it. Stop even thinking about it. We're going to curb this off right now. Just...
I kind of like the idea. I would go for that collection.
That's a very you thing. I've got a Nightmare account if I want to suffer. I don't want to do that on my main account.
So, I have a question for you, Idle. I know roughly the answer for Auto, so I'm going to ask you. Have you had any crew during this honor sale that particularly excited you, that you were really happy to see turn up in a Behold?
I've completely forgotten who I've gotten already.
I don't think
so. I think the most exciting one was I got a 5th star on someone. And I've got like 140 odd bloody crew that I haven't leveled yet. Like, come on. There's a lot of crew. No, to be fair, no, I haven't seen anyone exciting for quite some time, but then I am at the stage of my game where all the beholds are like scraping the bottom of the collection barrel now. I'm kind of like all the top voyages I've evented for and sighted up, or I've targeted and retrieval and then retrieved them up. So like it's just sad to say, but at this stage of the game, there's no one exciting you're looking for. You just got to kind of look at the event and go, are they good? No, oh no, they're not. Of course they're not. So,
since you're not going to ask me anyways, I'm just going to tell you. Yes, there was someone today, in fact, that I had the choice, and this is going to disqualify me from ever being allowed to join VIP 0. But I had a 4/5 First Officer Burnham. I could have added the last star and immortalized one of the best crew in the game for the last 5 years, or I could take the first star on Timothy, who's tier 10, awful garbage. But I cry every time I watch that episode, and David Ogden Steers is a great actor. So I took the first star on Timothy over the last star on First Officer Burnham, and it felt good. I have no regrets.
Damn right. In fact, I had a similar moment. What was who was in that Behold with Palamas Auto? We did them together. I had an option to finish someone, and it was someone relatively decent.
Yeah, I think by the numbers they would have been better, and I even tried to talk you out of it.
Yeah, there was some really, really good but relatively kind of Voyager. And Grecian Carolyn Palamas was sitting right there. And Auto, despite being noted TOS enjoyer and bombshell appreciator, didn't plumb for her. I was like, are you sure you don't want to try and talk me into this? She's like, dude, you're not going to have a finish by the time that the Voyage power runs out. And I was like, fuck it, and I picked her anyway.
Nice. Actually, I will stand corrected. I've just had a quick look through my roster. There was one I got excited about, and I was very happy to finish. And it was that 5th star for Obsidian Order Garrick. I was actually really happy to get in, because that's kind of one of my... I love Garrick. I'm a huge Garrick fan, so like that was that version of Garrick I kind of wanted to finish like in my sights anyway. So yeah, that was the one I was happy with.
Oh.
The dopamine
Garrick
hit very slightly.
Okay,
you
I think
that's that part of your brain. That's your problem.
That's enough honor sale for us. We did 2 hours on it yesterday. So if you guys want to go watch some more packs,
you've done this.
Maybe
before.
we'll be hold a meter later as well.
Maybe. Got to see if that still works with the new layout. Time will tell.
We'll do it live.
We had a brief moment of downtime earlier. The game was unavailable to a few people around the world. Guys, were you affected by this brief spat of inactivity?
I was at work, so I didn't even notice.
Well, there we go.
And I never log out of the game, so I didn't notice either. Luckily, there was nothing important, time-sensitive going on that you had to make sure you checked in every few hours.
Yeah, no, there's no thing that refreshes every 4 hours that you need to do a lot of.
Objectively
There's
speaking, if there would be something like that, it would probably be maybe a midweek event.
Could be, but it's okay.
That'd be too eventful.
No, that would be some sort of thing that maybe, and even if they did put something like that up, it probably wouldn't be worth doing anyway, and it'd probably break, and it would be such an absurd.
Maybe the worst case scenario, it would work perfectly, but someone would get fucked by a random number generator going on.
Yeah, that could possibly happen. It's a very. Should we? Okay, let's not beat about the bush. The objective event. We've reached the limit of our sarcasm. The objective event. How did you guys get on with that? We spoke about it last week about the somewhat outrageous criteria from it. Can we go down it in a little bit more detail? And how did you guys find the actual event?
It was fine. There was but. Here's the thing. This comes with a caveat of, obviously, this is a event designed for veteran players because it has a little pip there to indicate that this is a big boy event for people with their big boy pets on.
Pull up in chat. I want to poll all of you guys. Will you complete this objective event within 2 days? And the options are yes, I did it easily without spending dill. Yes, but I had to use dill either for Gauntlet or Arena. No, you didn't complete it just because you didn't want to spend dill. Or no, you had no chance. You're not what they would consider a end game player.
Yeah. So yeah, this is an event for big boys with the big boy pants on. Except it kind of isn't actually. Like to a degree, this is easier on people with a well-developed roster. But even if you have a well-developed roster, you could very easily get fucked at this. Because the margin for error is extremely slim. Now the gauntlet, that one you can fudge. Like if you follow the kind of the way I do it, which is I wait 20 minutes after the end of a gauntlet to rejoin it, so that I'm rank 140 and I can just pick off a lot of 10s. Like I managed to get like 10, 12 people like last night doing that. And then it's just a case of, well, I'm going to spend some merits, so we're fine. The one that really kicks everyone's ass was the arena battles, because you only get as many chances as there are, 2 in the day, two sets of 20 out of 10. And if you didn't have the foresight to go, I should probably put a 1-star ship on there with no crew so I tank my rank, you were probably sitting at rank 3,000, 4,000, surrounded by level 10 artifacts with instant damage crew, and you would have to go, well, I'm either going to have to pony up some deal for some arena tickets, or I'm not getting that premium pack or that citation.
So shout out first off to the community for sussing out a strategy and spreading it around like wildfire, because it's absolutely like everyone was equipping level 1 Hiawatha's or whatever the level 1 ship and just stripping all the crew off, and then they were doing their 10 and then taking them all off again. And bearing in mind how fucking awful the arena bloody trying to find crew on your arena page is, like scrolling through trying to find the single icon of Adge and just going, where the hell is she? But like, congratulations.
By the way,
actually had the foresight to do that.
Next week when Ben is on, I think like 8 people ask if crew are going to be searchable in that part of the game. So we'll hopefully get an answer on that.
Yeah. So congratulations to the communities for spreading that around and getting a good legit strategy for doing that. And thank you for everyone that did that and then took their crew off again, so they would have a level 1 ship that people could hunt out and find out. Some people weren't so lucky. I've heard stories of people that, even though there was tanked, which myself, I tanked, and got from a first 10. Got from the first 10. Hang on.
No, you hang on. Would you like to tell me the story of Darth Idle the Wise?
It's not a story WRG would tell you.
There you go. Now there's your layup.
Ironic. No, basically, did my first 10 absolutely fine, stripped them off, retanked, woke up this morning in bed, thought I'll do my next 10. Thought, Level 1 Nebula class starship. It's got a few crew on it. I'll just have a punt at that. And it fucking beat my level 10 Kraken with Adge and 3 booms. I was like, what? And I looked, I've got the breakdown. I should have brought it up, but I've got the breakdown. And basically, essentially, it was, we destroyed each other at the same time, but went to the defender for some reason. I was just like, I looked at that and just went, well, fuck this event. I'm not buying fucking tokens for a super rare site. I can't be asked. On the flip side, Gauntlet, the first time I spent merits in Gauntlet for a long time, got a Ballock. So, win-win.
Swings and roundabouts, isn't it?
So this is a pretty interesting, and actually, after I give this a little ramble, I wanted to break it down by objective, and we talk about it that way. It's pretty interesting in that since objective events have started, they've made us change the way we play quite a bit. And I wrote a little list earlier. It helps. It's not necessary. It helps big time if you leave your factions tanked. Most players know what I'm talking about. If you intentionally fail your shuttles.
Rank.
So you can do 30-second shuttles. That helps a lot. And now they're having you tank your gauntlet standings so that you can win battles rather than only participate. Tank your arena standing now. And a lot of people have said, isn't it counterintuitive to have to fail throughout the week so that you can win easier later on? Instead of having
don't even try.
Instead of having 3 days off a week instead of 7, now you only have 1 day off a week. The rest you're trying to balance your events and such. The thing I really hate is avoid fusing your crew 6 days out of the week, and then when Tuesday rolls around, you get the 3 fuse. I think Big said he'd seen some people using citations just so they can finish crew to finish the objective event, even if they really didn't want to use that citation.
That's insane.
For podcast listeners, will you complete this objective event? 71% say yes without spending dilithium. 19% said yes, but I had to use dilithium. 10% say no, I couldn't complete it because I wouldn't spend, and no one gave up completely. I will say, we do cater to a little more endgame veteran player, board veteran audience here. So I think between discussing strategy on our Discord about tanking your rank ahead of time and such, we're definitely going to skew to a little more completionist. But the forums, I don't think we're as lucky. So how do you guys feel about having to alter your play style so much in order to... I mean, a lot of people are saying, well, how about something new, something exciting? So WRG's like, all right, well, try playing something different. We're like, no, not like that, not like that.
I've been playing a lot of Star Trek Online lately.
And chat, you weigh on this too. How do you feel about altering your normal gameplay in order to try to fit in these objective events more easily?
I think you hit the nail on the head that we have to fail to succeed is not counterintuitive, and that's what the whole community came up with the arena thing. There was no way, there was absolutely zero way you are getting 10 wins a day with your default lineup that you use every day. That's just not happening, even with the best roster in the world. Even if you're if you're hitting number ones twice a day, you get that one ship, one battle that'll just randomly fuck you up. So there was no other way than do it, than try and hope. And the other side of this as well is because most people went for the level 1 no crew on a ship method. You could hunt around for that ship, and you had the ability. So it was a community effort just to try and get around the wording. It's the loophole in the letter of the law, isn't it? It's just like, well, I can do this if I do this. You're encouraging your players to think outside the box and essentially... No, I don't want to use the word cheat because that's not the right word, but break, or there's a better terminology for this.
Cheese it.
Yeah. To kind of cheese a game, which is, especially that, Arena's supposed to be the selling point of the game back when it first launched. It was its prize, sort of like, look at these amazing space battles, and now it's kind of like, yes, look how we lose.
I mean, once they added the 3 times speed up, I think any soupçon of majesty and awe at seeing these ships collide kind of went out the window. So
it's I don't necessarily mind having to alter the playstyle, because let's be real here, it's not as if your playstyle, once you reach say level 90 or so, your playstyle is essentially stagnant for the next forever in the game, right? It's not as if my playstyle has altered massively in the last year since I hit level 99 and got various crew immortalized. It's just a case of different crew ride my voyages. I have a slightly deeper roster, and I have more people in my freezer.
Well, let's look at this on the outside. Let's think about, because obviously everyone, people that watch the show, people on the forums, people on the Discords, we're kind of a little bit of the vocal minority, as it were. But there are plenty of more casual players who pick up and go, "Oh, cool, Star Trek game. I'll just plug away at this. Oh, cool, there's an event. I'll do that without reading anything." And they've kind of, I think it's the classic mistake of WRG to think, like, what about these people? They think this is a hardcore event, but they're not reading about the people that are tanking. They're not reading about. They're just saying, "I've got to get 20 wins. That's ridiculous. No one can get that. That's impossible. What is with this ridiculous standard?" I think I keep picking on that one. I think that is the one. But like Auto says, with the 3 fuse and the changing your play style, like I've seen a lot more people hoarding like old event crew, like pulling on 90k packs just to get the fuses, and like spending in a way that doesn't seem, or doing things that doesn't seem healthy. I think we mentioned that last time we spoke about the objective events. It doesn't seem like a good way to engage with the game is to changing your playstyle is fun, like you say, Stars, like doing things differently. Seeing the way the community came up with the arena stuff was great. I liked that, even though it was a shitty objective, but I liked seeing how people responded to it. But changing your playstyle in terms of like, I've got to now do something ever so slightly different on the UI, as opposed to I can use this crew in a different way, isn't quite hitting the mix.
Well, it's like the two kinds of objective. We essentially have had two kinds of objective event. Yeah, they're slightly different, and they're tailored for different things. Like you get the crew ones that give away crew, and you get the ones that are preparing you, quote unquote, for events. But there's essentially that one, and then there's this one. There are all the other ones that have come before that are essentially targeted for newer players, and then there's this one which is targeted at veterans. And I feel like it's like they're both way too much at the extreme, because this one was a little bit too hard. This one was tuned just a little bit too finely for get your 20 wins or fuck off, essentially. Because let's be real here, all the good rewards were stuck behind that one objective. Everything else was achievable. Maybe it would have been a little bit tighter, but but
you lead us on to the other point of this. This is the other point, which was a statement from Shan on the forums, which essentially read to the lines of, we're not just giving stuff away. If you want it, spend the dilithium. Which...
Oh my god. Okay, I already ranted about this last week. I might have to say something again, because...
Do it.
Sorry, Shan, that's bull duty, and you know it. Because, all right, so here's my thing, and let me read Shy Porn's comment in chat. It's definitely interesting, but there needs to be an on-ramp for lower-level players. This pool has no shallow end. Okay, I disagree with that in one sense, because they said we want to have a wide range of events. We're going to have starter events that are really easy for you during the week, and then we're going to have ones for more experienced players. The issue is experienced players, that's not the criteria. It's spending, and it's RNG in a sense. Because look at Idle, and I'm not calling you up, but you're an experienced player, you've ranked highly, you know what the hell you're doing, and you got bit by the RNG bug. So even players that do try to tank or don't get lucky, someone else in chat who I'm not going to call out, but they ranked top 15 in an event recently, and they still failed this. So it has nothing to do with experienced players, because trust me, there are some of us that definitely don't mind grinding. They don't mind putting in the hard work. But if you get bitten by RNG and, it sucks to be you, but the guy sitting next to you is going to get it for free and you have to pay, that's not fair. It has nothing to do with how much effort you're putting in. When you have that big of an RNG component with zero margin for error, that is not fair to players. If you ask them to complete 18 arena battles a day, okay, fine. That's at least a little wiggle room. But to have zero wiggle room and then to dress it up as, you guys are just being lazy. You have we're not going to give it away. You got to work for it. I'm like, it's not working for it. It's you.
Well, that's also a bad argument to use from WRG right now.
I don't want to get too heated, but
Yeah. But here's the thing. It's so on our end, we've got the veteran, I think, and like you say, it's tuned a little bit too hard. But on the other end of things, I feel like the other ones are tuned a little bit too, I don't want to say too easily, because I imagine if you're in your first week of the game, maybe they're quite tricky to immortalize a crew and fuse up. But I don't know, especially with the amount of crew you get given nowadays between various different giveaways and new ways of getting crew and immortalizing crew. It feels like that's almost too easy there, where it's like if you're not in your first week in the game, those power-up events are almost too easy and there's no challenge involved. So it's like, it's not a case of we want to be given something for free. We would like a level of challenge that is somewhere between fuck me in the ass and I will, somewhere in the middle, somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. So on the other point, sort of backtrack a little bit to, and I'm just going to read a comment from what Biggs put in the chat as well. And this is something else in Shan's statement as well. The dilithium value of the citation is more than buying arena tickets. Now we're talking about a super rare citation here. We're not talking about a gold one. If this was a gold citation, we may be having a different conversation right now. But the fact that we're rating a single premium pull and an extra star on the Hansons is, it's something, and then they're trying to say like, with this is the monetary value of it. This is what this is worth. But then we get like free.
But here's the thing.
Go on.
Pull up in chat, folks. If you could possibly pick your own objective event, if you had a little UI pop up that easy, medium, hard, would you like to pick that, or you think the current system with the rotation of different ones is a little more fun that way?
Being able to pick your difficulty would be interesting. But yeah, you were saying, for this, like dilithium, you can get 1 star on the Hansons and a purple citation. Yes, but you know what you could also get by not spending any money? You can win a skirmish or galaxy event and get a 5 out of 5 gold crew, multiple premium pulls, God knows how many merits, constellations. You get half a premium half a premium track of a campaign, for God's sake, for getting number one event.
Half the amount of honor to buy a super rare citation.
You don't have to spend money for that, but that's the thing, because with careful planning and preparation, and you can get this down to a fine science. You can work out. You can look back at the last 10, 20 galaxy events and be like, I know roughly just about how much I need. Okay, this is how many chronotons I need. I've got the crew I need. I can do this.
You don't even need to. You don't even need to think about winning. You can just play a skirmish and just go balls to the wall as much as your time allows, and you will get more out of that than you will for paying 150 for 10 arena tickets.
Imagine if you spent 10 hours grinding skirmishes on the weekend, but then you accidentally get crit and you can't finish the event.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, they should do that.
Don't give them ideas. But yeah, there was something just about that statement was just very kind of like, but you could spend money, and it's just like, no.
It was reminiscent of the remember when they changed Adiratal's art?
Oh yes.
At the very last hour, and then Shan says in the forum, but they're still a good card. It's like, that's not the point.
Yeah.
I think that is. I like Shan. I think that she has a thankless job, and I think that she does all right. I think we have our quibbles with her, but I'm sure someone has the same quibbles with me when I'm at work. I make mistakes at work as well. We all do, but I think there does come a point where no. Come on, let's be fair here. Yeah, exactly. that guy got off scot-free. But here's the thing, right? I think this isn't a case of doing your job well or badly. I think this is a case of you don't play the game that you run community support for, and therefore you don't understand the actual. You understand the monetary value as they are sold, but you don't understand the value as they are used by players. And these are very...
We have it so hard. They don't understand what we have to go through.
Mom! No, I think it's like, it is the classic disconnect of someone that sort of sits in the meetings and talks about the game all the time from the marketing and monetary standpoint, but when it comes to actually seeing and playing the game and what your own personal objectives are for and how you value the dilithium that you use and your own personal money, I think that's where the disconnect is there. And the same with the Adira argument as well. Is like a lot of people maybe didn't realise that, oh, hang on, we love the art. The art is the big part of us going for cards. Like, that's like 50% of the value of the card, really.
For podcast listeners, would you like to pick the level of the objective event for yourself? 71% say yes, 18% say current system is fine, 12% don't care for objective events. I want to go ahead and read a few comments off before we move on. First of all, big shout out to the community. Because we sort of came to this idea when we first started talking about tanking in the arena and putting out an easy ship for other people to beat, and that proliferated. And then I saw at least a dozen people come in throughout the weekend and, hey, what do you guys think if we did this idea? And we're like, hey, yeah, we're all doing that. Come on board. So it was like a nice little bonding moment for the community. That's and good, you guys are the MVP for taking one for the team and letting other people rough up your ship so that we had an easier time completing this. Let's see. Big McLarge, huge 20 successful shuttles would have been nearly impossible. I didn't tank shuttles and had no problem doing it, so we have both ends of the spectrum there. I looked at going for the low-score battles early in Gauntlet, but I didn't see the value for it. It's interesting, but players
I will add on that. With the Gauntlet, in doing this objective event, I have wrecked my chance of getting a decent rank at the end of this Gauntlet. So it's like I wasn't going to get anything anyway. I wasn't, but like it still kind of sucks to know that I'm not going to get. Yeah, God.
Credits.
Expecting a perfect 2-day arena and near perfect Gauntlet was frustrating. Considering the level of effort and risk, the reward should have been stronger. This is playing against the spirit of the game, that you should always be succeeding. Waiting to fuse a crew until the objective event just to blow them out the airlock is dumb and feels bad.
It does, yes. I mean, for the people that don't say, let's say you're a starting player and you look at this objective event, you've got, or you don't buy the packs, and you've got a 3 or faction event, Yedrin Dax, you get 3 or 4 of them in the event, so you technically can't complete it without pulling credit packs. So you get someone, fuse them, level them for your daily, and then shove them out the airlock.
Ren Aaron asked, do people really have so much trouble with Gauntlet? The only thing I did differently was wait 12 hours to start it. It really is. It's sort of a case of the have and have-nots. If you're a habitual reroller like me, you'll remember how difficult it is to start out in the Gauntlet. And Retrieval has helped out a lot, but the fact that they have said publicly they want to maintain an exclusive premium power level for the drop-only crew means you can't really retrieve the best. And you can, Defensive Flux, there are a few really good crew out there, and there might be one upcoming that you could pay real money for in Laris, but, for the most part, it takes quite a while.
None of this shit, usual campaign money, no, real fucking money. You put your bollocks on the wall for that.
Okay, I think that's enough ranting.
Yeah.
So,
not nearly enough.
Computer.
But anyway, just like one last...
Erase that entire personal log.
Well, now I can't. Damn.
No, it's cut off.
We're done. It's over.
No, it's gone. It's gone. I will respect the Cisco. I can't go against it.
Respect the Cisco.
The Cisco.
All right.
Cisco.
Any more comments? If you got any more comments you want to talk about, pop to our Discord. Hey, plug. And yeah, lots of people still talking about it over there. Can't talk about our Discord enough. Our Discord's great. Like, we've got loads of people. I don't speak about it enough, but we've got some really cool guys over there who have just boosted our server for us. So obviously, I'm going to be very grateful to everyone. But no, we've got a really fun group of people over there. I've got a load of people that have helped. Shout out to Racing Liners and Flash for helping with my Star Trek Online addiction at the moment as well.
Speaking of Racing Liners, I didn't say it in the Discord, but I have to compliment them on their nails. Their nails look fucking amazing.
Really
they did their nails in all the styles of the Discovery, like season 3 and 4. Like, it looks so fucking good. That's nail porn. Like, amazing. Well done. That's all I have to say.
Is that a subreddit, nail porn? That's a risky one, that is.
Of course it is. You know it is.
Reddit Lacaristas, come on, bro. Aren't you subscribed to all the nail fashion subs?
Clearly not enough. Okay, let us talk about next week's event crew. Julius Eaton, a Bashir that is, and a doctor.
Eating these nuts. Everyone's watching to see what you will do. Dude, I've been waiting like 4 hours to say eating these nuts on stream.
Fucking hell. Jeez. Why did we not do that with Kane? Why did that never come up then? Oh, yes. The event crew for next week I think will be leading into the rerun, which will probably be some sort of Far Beyond the Stars rerun. Work it out if you can. Julius Eaton, a Bashir variant, command aside. Zip, dip. Tier 7 with just a shit amount of traits.
Well, hold on. Before we go into Eaton, this is a skirmish faction hybrid. Yeah. So very interesting event, very interesting order. So basically the last 48 hours are going to be complete nap unless you want to drop 300,000 dilithium to try to catch up.
Yeah, that will be interesting to see how the ranks move on that one, whether we'll literally get to day 2 and then just nothing happens.
You know what? Big has you nearly matched. Them bads eaten.
Which, by the way, in storyline, he is married to Nana Visitor's character, Kay Eaton, who we do have in game.
Yes, and they were actually married at the time.
And I think she's better than him overall.
Probably, yeah.
Probably in Voyage rank. I think she at least is a communicator, whereas he is not. Far be it from me to besmirch the good work of our Lord and Savior No Name Namer. How the fuck is this guy tier 7? What is there redeeming about him?
Okay, so he's big book ranking for Voyage 182. There's like 500 golds in the game. So, what is that, like the 65th percentile? Like, that's worth a little bit. Tier 7 is not great for a debut crew. That's about as bad as it gets. So,
but it's like you say, there's 500 gold crew and about 300 command side dip crew ahead of him. So,
GoBolt says, "Come on, Stars. He's the 20th ranked command. Don't you have place in your heart for that?"
Well, you know what? That is the thing, right? It's like, how I was saying with Carl Guardian Forever, it's like, it's more like, who is this card for? And now I actually have to ask, who is this for? Because he hasn't got bases. He's the only Bashir without Med, I'm pretty sure. He has no collections as of this, time of recording. I don't even know if he counts. Does he count as a Bashir variant?
He has a communicator collection, and he is a Bashir, yes.
Okay, I guess that's something. I guess.
He's got a nice.
No, Mir Bashir doesn't have Med either, so there you go.
Okay. So if you came up with a behold of Mirror Bashir and this Bashir,
I'd take Mirror Bashir in a heartbeat.
Yeah, what does that say? What does that say about the long-term prospects of this crew?
So the flavor text is another memory alpha thing that they moved a few words around, so we're going to skip that.
Next, we'll get the copyright claim.
All right, so chat asks, maybe this is a hint we get a Far Beyond the Stars collection, to which Walt Koenig says this is a hint we're getting a Tactician collection. I like the way you think. Keep them on their toes, keep them guessing.
It's just like, look, they're all speculating Far Beyond the Stars. It's like, that's what they want us to think. And then suddenly just the suspense trigger goes off.
This is kind of the ultimate fear of missing out crew, because he's total booty and he's not real good. But someone's thinking, oh, what if they release Far Beyond the Stars and they give us another scapegoat O'Brien and I don't have him? I'm going to have to wait forever to get him. So this is...
in a weird event as well.
So here's the thing, though, right? At the rate at which they're releasing Far Beyond the Stars crew, he's probably going to be in Portal by the time that collection drops, right?
Yeah. When was the last one?
What was the last one? Yeah, it would have been what? It would have been Kira, no?
Yes. Yes, Kane.
A year or two ago?
So by 2027, we shall have that Far Beyond the Stars
We will
collection.
finally have a Far Beyond the Stars collection. Far Beyond the Wallet collection.
After we've got our Displaced collection and our crew wearing hats collection and pointing collection, we will have a Far Beyond the Stars collection.
Yeah.
Speaking of, we should talk about Displaced. We haven't put that on our notes.
Yeah, it appears that the note about that was displaced. That's unfortunate.
That's going to be another negative Nancy segment. So
okay, we'll give that a bit. We'll give that a bit. Okay, shall we move on? Shall we move on to the
well, hold on a second.
Oh, well, we'll go back.
Talk to me about this art a little bit, because I am,
okay.
I'm cheating by going on the best resource of all time, bigbook.app, and doing the pinch and zoom feature to look at the newspaper that he's holding. You can actually read a few words. It looks like it was actually modeled after an actual newspaper page. There's like images on there of people walking and stuff. So
yeah,
it's not my favorite art.
The world, it appears, yeah.
It's good art.
It's not my favorite art, but it is pretty detailed.
No, it's nice. It's
and it gets that nice like that British curve of the lip down. That's pretty good.
It goes to show how big that suit is for him. That was somebody else's suit, that was.
yeah, clearly. This is his granddad's suit.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
Before we move on to our regular broadcast, I would like to interrupt ever so slightly to bring us some charity news, because we've had I meant to mention this at the start. I said earlier, we've got our schedule lined up, and if you've been paying attention to our Discord, you will already know this, but we've got a very special guest coming on to the show. We have none other than Noah A.K., who plays Rin in Star Trek Discovery, the Andorian, and who is also the husband of Mary Wiseman. He is coming on to our charity show to give us an exclusive interview, so we are very grateful for him to come on and do that. He's going to give us about 40 minutes of his time, and some of our subs have already submitted questions for him to answer, so that's I'm absolutely really excited for that. So we've got our first Trek actor.
And I believe I don't know if we've confirmed this or not. If you guys are watching, and he's going to be toward the beginning of the stream, so if you guys join us at the start,
I do have a schedule, so we'll show that in a bit.
If you donate to the charity Mind, the community chosen charity, and in the comment include your question for Noah, we can ask that then when he's on. So as long as they don't have like 50,000, but he's agreed to be pretty gracious with his time. So I'm looking forward to it.
And he's been helping us out as well because he's sort of quite pally with the Star Trek Online chaps. We have got. I've got 3 keys for Star Trek Online for PC players, and I've got 4 keys for Xbox and PS4 players. So we will have a Star Trek Online giveaway for some, I believe it's the Agile bundle, and I forget what the other bundle is. There's some free giveaways, so good ships. Thank you, Noah, for sorting that all, and thank you for the Star Trek Online guys for sorting us out some giveaways to do on
Joran
stream.
clapping so much on the stream.
So yes, we've got that coming
up.
And I'll just pop over this way very quickly. I just want to show you guys the schedule for what we've got. We've only just about put this in stone.
We've only just begun.
We have only just got this sorted out. Excuse me, COVID kicking in. 2022 cherry stream schedule for this year. We are supporting Mind, a mental health based charity for anyone that is suffering with some sort of mental affliction. They are a very good charity. We'll be promoting them all day on April 3rd, 2022. So we've got we've got a great lineup for podcast listeners. We'll be starting at 1700 GMT, 12 o'clock. Eastern time. I've checked that on the time calculator, accounting for daylight savings as well, because I think we go back in.
For those of you on the Enterprise D, that's at the beginning of the 3rd shift rotation, so make sure that
you're running a Jellicoe time system here, yes. But yes, we have got some Star Trek Pictionary, which you probably got a bit of teaser of that last night. We've got the interview with Noah AK. We've got some pack openings, Cold, Cranky, and I believe just those 2 have agreed to open up some... Sorry. Oh, and Frank as well. I didn't put Frank on it. I need to redo the schedule. I've forgotten Frank. He is
Frankly,
on the
that was a gross oversight.
That is a terrible oversight. That's my fault. I will pop him in there at some point. We've got Frank as well reading packs as well. We've got a table read with Shire. He's going to come on. We're all going to recite an episode of his choice. We've got Check Challenge, where we've got 3 of our community are going to go head-to-head to win a prize. We've got Stars' very own Star Trek Adventure section, where we're going to go through a Captain Proton module. Excuse me. I'm very excited about that. Excuse me.
Well, it's okay. You can't resist the excitation of the chaotic.
Yes, I'm going to go for Lonzak. I want to be Lonzak. Sire! Anyway, we've got Trek Challenge 2, which is going to be Auto, Stars, and Big all against each other to find out who is the real fake fan. And we've got WRG coming on for an interview as well. It'll be Fury and Joe and Ben coming on to have a chat with the community and everyone here. And then...
You said the F word on stream.
I did. Not the first time. And finally... What the Dub Trek to end the show on. And yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be fun.
It's been a while since we did What the Dub Trek, hasn't it?
It's been a while.
I can't remember the last time we played that. Oh, was it the double Tina epidemic?
Well, too much of a good thing. You got to space it out a little bit or people get bored. But we're going to work. Idle keeps teasing this Jackbox game, so I'm sure we'll work other fun stuff into the fold, into the rotation, as it were.
Right, let's talk about Yedrin Dax before I die. Yedrin Dax, super rare crew. Set Command Eng is going to be the 4-star. Notable, there is one crew I haven't actually put in here as well, but we are actually getting 2 Trill in one event, which if that doesn't scream Trill Collection, I don't know what.
Yedrin is a descendant of Jadzia and current host of the Dax symbiont, who also bears the guilt of his ancestors' mistake.
Now, is that a Memory Alpha transcription? I'm guessing not, because you actually were able to read it.
No, I did check it.
Okay, that's a decent one, actually.
I try to be pretty thorough in my...
Yeah, I know you are. You're a thorough kind of guy. You wrote an entire big book, I believe you.
Okay, but I will say my one quibble with that flavor text is they call him the current host of the Dax symbiont, but he technically doesn't exist, because by the end of the episode he was ethered into nothingness. So,
yeah.
But I will let it slide.
Those are impressive Wellington boots he's wearing.
He can get through a lot of mud.
Those are you can get a lot through mud. You could also walk a few blocks through Soho wearing some of those. You get some very interesting comments.
I don't think they're healed.
You can't tell.
That's true. That's true.
All right, if we're sticking with the wrestler nicknames, it'd be Yedrin the Proclaimer's Dax. Is that it?
He will walk.
He will walk 500 light years. I don't know. Guys, is this a good card for anyone?
All right, I'm going to start off on the low note, and then we'll go precipitously up from there. This is the exact. If you search Yedrin Dax on Memory Alpha, this is the image they use.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a fine pose or whatever. I'm sure they could have gone a little more off the beaten track than that. But yeah, he's a good crew. He's in the top 20 Voyagers, top 10 base. He is a Dax variant because he carries the little worm in his belly. So he's grandfathered into all those Dax events, and he's got quite a few traits. And in fact, Stars, when I'm done ranting, I want to hear about the scoundrel trait, because I think we already talked about that. And rah, 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 rah. But yeah, he does have a lot of traits. He's in the resourceful collection. With all these trills that have been added, maybe we get the trill collection and a couple good other traits for there. So even if you're a very new player, a little bit of arena attack damage, the penalty kind of stinks, but I could see you using him for a few weeks or a few months there. So very good overall card. Just about all he's missing is Gauntlet, but he has kind of potential for everything else.
So you want to talk about scoundrels, do you? Well, I can't think of anyone better equipped. Yeah, I was looking at that trait and I'm like, scoundrel? Like, I guess in the episode he does try and like mess with the timeline as it were, but I don't really associate that with being scoundrelly. Like, I didn't get the impression that he was particularly scoundrelous.
So
is that the word? Scoundrel?
So the TLDR, and I don't remember it exactly, but Jadzia makes a little boo-boo in her calculations, and they end up landing on a planet, or in orbit around a planet, whatever, where they find their descendants from however many hundreds of years later. And so in order to get back, they have to slingshot around the sun again. So Yedrin gives them the calculations. This is how you guys can get back and save the timeline. Except he gave them the wrong calculations because he doesn't want them to get back. He wants to preserve his own timeline with he and the other descendants from the Defiant. And so he does lie to them. He misleads them. And so that's a really low bar for Scoundrel, because he's not really doing anything malicious, or he's not like the villain of the piece. He's just trying to preserve his own reality and his own timeline and his own friends. So
yeah, like I think Scoundrel is not a substitute for liar in my mind. Like, you can be a liar and not be a scoundrel, and you can be a scoundrel but you're usually a liar. That's kind of the relationship they have, and especially considering the fact that they've gone with the pose that is the traditional Dax pose with the arms behind the back that Jadzia does all the time, because I think Curzon or one of the... No, it was Aldred, I think. It was the politician host that did it, and that kind of carried through all the little worms. And it's like, not a scoundrel in my mind. Like, I feel like this is one of those ones where it's like, how happy I usually am, how I'm usually happy to just like throw it on there if I feel like it applies. But this one, I'm like, you could... No.
I mean, that being said, I wouldn't say it's necessarily wrong, because he does mislead them. Just it's but I think stats wise, that's probably my only quibble with this card. He's otherwise very good. And how long have we been saying we haven't had a good Jadzia variant in 3 years or something? So this is at least a Dax.
Are you okay, Stars?
You okay?
This is not a Jadzia variant.
It's a Dax variant.
Yes.
It's a Dax.
We broke
variant,
Stars.
so
Wow.
For event purposes, he'll play.
We are seeing Muppet comedy Stars here.
Are you writing a campaign write-up for WRG by any chance? Like, Christ.
Well, we'll get to that soon. Don't worry.
Indeed.
Actually, can we get to that now?
Let's get to that now. Let's talk about the Über campaign. Über campaign, yes, the campaign beyond the campaign, like the supersized power up, Dragon Ball Z style power up you're going to get. It's the Super Saiyan beyond Super Saiyan in terms of campaign. Some details have been released from Shan on the forums. Otto, would you like to give us some of the deets of what is actually going to be in this?
Greetings, Captains. Our next campaign, Picard Season 2 premiere, with the excellent ague over the first E in the word, will feature Vashti Picard, the super rare, Facer Rios, the legendary, and the brand new Lincoln Town Car. No, Second Chance Laris 5-star. As previously announced, we'll have 2 new changes. They'll begin and end on a Tuesday, and there's a third Uber track. Now, they do mention a few of the rewards in the Über track, which is 15 of your original currency, only available if you buy the first normal 10 currency, $10 track. So it's 25 in total.
If you like it or not.
Yeah. So in this third track, they include, among other things, an exclusive avatar that says "I spent money, I was there." 4 campaign legendary behold packs, including the new crew and 2 random crews.
So if you don't want Laris, you've got options.
You fucking crazy person, take Laris. 3 legendary citations, 2 super rare citations, dilithium credits, keystones, which I guess is their internal phrase
that's
for
pole stars.
or constellations. Yeah. So yeah, that's 25 together.
Another fucking currency.
And most importantly, they have reverted, after that wonderful Black History Month campaign, we have reverted to, this is how they're selling you the cards. Vashti Picard is part of the New Life and New Civilizations collection. Second Chance Laris will be part of 4 collections. Caregiver, Resourceful, Veteran, and Romulan. So, you like collections, right, guys?
I wonder what this crew would have thought of each other.
Yeah, never mind.
Oh, wait,
actually, Second Chance Laris does have some better things. Carry on. I think she had a little bit more to say on that.
Did she?
Did she? I think there was a bit more what was in the campaign.
No, I just read that off.
No, what about the sites and stuff?
Mr. COVID, I read that off.
Oh, okay, I wasn't listening.
I'll read it again just for idle. There's 1 exclusive captain avatar that says "I was there." Ooh. 4 campaign legendary behold packs included.
Yes, I was here. Sorry, I'm catching up. Bloody hell.
Keep going. I don't think he heard.
No. Right, let's talk about Laris, because there's
Laris, lovely
Laris, favorite Romulan, and I'm just gonna have to bodge the stats here because the stats didn't come on for me until we were like already streaming.
Everyone's Laris to see what you will spend.
Let me just bring
Laris dealt with her complicated feelings for Picard a year and a half after Jabon's death.
Ooh. All right. Hang on.
You know what?
This is Cougar Laris.
So many characters. So many characters from sudden death character syndrome when they're no longer needed, and for the low price of $22.99 of your original currency, Quatlus or whatever, you can support a supporting character to make sure that they don't die off screen to further a different plot line.
Give a shit card a home.
So,
can we talk about the fact that Laris is like 2 gold cards deep? Meanwhile, Jabon got a shit 2 skiller, and we're never gonna get another variant.
So her arena quote is, "We love deeply, and then we honor that love by loving again." And I hear saxophone somewhere off in the distance.
Kind of plays that way in the show a little bit as well. There's definitely some pottery going on. Like
we'll keep this spoiler free, but since I think this is what the very beginning of episode 1, where Laris dealt with her complicated feelings for Picard, and then the word love appears about 8 times on this card. So. Yeah. All right. Enough of that bollocks. Let's talk about the main thing here, the art. This is maybe the best art they've produced ever.
It's really good. It's real good.
Dude, you can pinch and zoom and figure out the thread count on not only her scarf but her entire overcoat. This is really detailed quality to the point where people are asking, are they using some kind of photorealistic technique to capture the clothing, or did they actually?
It's a DSLR camera. This is a photo of Orla Brady.
Cranky says she looks too young. I said the same thing. She looks 20 years too young. And then noted actor Star Trek actor who will also be on the charity stream, Shyborn, brought up some master frame photos because obviously from this episode, the master frame had to be Orla Brady. And she's in the golden sunrise twilight or whatever, and she actually does look at they did her fairly justice. So. Maybe it's slightly airbrushed, maybe one less wrinkle or something, but I think if you can find the right reference photos, it's pretty spot on.
Shai actually says, if you zoom in on her face, you'll actually notice the age lines. I don't want to do that. No. Okay, let's talk.
You don't like older women.
Only my own. Let's talk about.
Wait, hang on. Walk me through that.
I'm glad she never watches this show. Look, Voyage Rank 286. This is not something you would expect to be the Über campaign for a brand new crew outside of the appeal of having all of Brady. But
well, hold on. Her base is also rank 189.
Yeah.
So how about that, huh?
But there is a high point with this Laris, and it's a bit counterintuitive to what this Über campaign's. Well, she's got an incredible gauntlet metric. She's got a shitload of 25%, and she's got. I think she gets up into the 700s at the top. Like, she's pretty damn good at being a gauntlet piece. The problem with that is you only need the 1 star. So if you're buying a whole campaign, a whole Über campaign for 4 stars, you've got the option to take other cards. Why would you... this doesn't seem like a cost-effective way of just getting 1 star on a good gauntlet card.
To be fair, I don't think WRG care. They got your money.
Did you not read the press release? She's part of 4 collections, Idle, and that's all we care about.
Do you know what? 3 of those I've completed.
Yeah, they'll
2 of them I've completed because then they're small. So yeah. In fact, Romulan, we're getting a lot of Romulan crew recently. I would not be surprised if we get an expansion to that.
So Idle, Shy Porn says he's tossing them side by side in Discord show chat. How about you dig that up, put it on the screen? I'm going to talk about her gauntlet for a minute. So this is interesting because she's sort of a hybrid between Bartender Guinan with that Dip Med and Red Angel with the Dip Eng. And I think by cutting her off at the heels with a very tiny Eng, they made her just not quite as good as either one in that, in a certain area, but she's a little more consistent because this is a premium skill set. I mean, even with them not wanting to overshadow the other exclusive crew, she's still got, like you said, 21 different elevated crit gauntlets and a great skill set to give her a lot of versatility. So she's not going to come in and dominate like Balak where you have 0 chance against her, but she's very versatile.
Yeah. Okay. Side by side's up on the screen now, and you can kind of see the inspiration they've took from, but there's a lot of. I mean, they can't win either way. They either reproduce the screenshot or they take some artistic interpretation.
She does look younger, in the art, but it's still excellent art. So
yeah, I was gonna say considering that spate of malaria we had a little while back, I'll take one that looks a little bit too perfect.
Dude, and she's in the sun. They could have made her even more orange than they did.
Yeah,
so,
for real, she's wearing a bright yellow top. They could have easily made that orange and fudged up her face so she looks like she got stung by bees. And yet still, we got good art. So let's not tempt them. How's about that?
All right. Back to the actual card stuff. I mean, the problem I have here is not just it's just the price point for what you get. You say, okay, it's a rare, it's a pretty rare skill set, or it's going to be useful. But at Voyage Rank 286, I think you're probably going to. Most Voyage calculators will just look somewhere else for sort of filling in that roster. Okay, a lot of collections, but sorry.
Not every crew needs to be on Voyages, though.
No, true. But
the Gauntlet and
attractive.
Collection, she has two high points.
But is it $23.99 or whatever the local currency is, or your regional currency? Is it that worth it? Is it worth it to get an extra couple of rounds in the gauntlet? That's where it's.
Let me ask you. Let me ask your question with a question. Why don't you fuck off? Anyway, no, sorry. No, the actual question I have for you is: last week we were talking about what kind of crew might end up in this Über campaign, right? Or whenever it was announced it was coming out. Was it last week? I can't remember. Time is fluid and space is bendable. But we said, wouldn't it suck if they threw a number 1 Voyager in there?
Yeah.
They didn't. And let's be real here. What else could they have done to make her attractive? They could have given her arena damage. How do you top someone like Captain Killy or whatever without making them all reductive? Do you make her a 5-second boon? What do you do there? Do you give her even more collections? Well, you still have to finish the card to get that point. And so either they had to make her giant bases, which they clearly didn't want to do, and that's not as attractive to players like us anyway, or they made her a gauntlet card. So it's either a case of they invalidate the Camping Archer that they just released, or they go for a different tack, and they went for a different tack. And I think that yeah, we can pick apart the fact that she's not a Voyager, but she's clearly not designed to be a Voyager. Like, it's kind of the same thing we had with EV Supercard when he debuted, and he was a command engine. Like, he's still the #1 command engine in most respects, apart from a few 25 and 45% by other crew. And it's like, he's a niche card by all means. He's not one that you should be seeking out through retrieval unless you have like no other options. This is an improvement upon an existingly good roster for Gauntlet, but to say that like she should have been an amazing Voyager, I don't really see that argument. I mean, yeah, it would have been nice if she had been Voyage capable, like maybe knowing WRG, it would have been like Voyage 150. But at the very least, they didn't invalidate all those people who went out and threw God knows how much deal on the #1 Voyager just last week.
I think thinking about it, like, it is nice to make a good Voyage card. You'll see a lot. Like, she's got, I can't remember the exact number, something like 10-25%. There's a lot. You'll see her regularly. You'll use her regularly on the various those gauntlets that come about quite fairly often. And I think it's nice to have a card that you will see as opposed to maybe another, like you say, a Void 150 that will drop the ranks, and you'll use them probably twice before someone outranks them. At least Laris, you will have a chance to use fairly frequently and get to see the nice art, which is what you want to do with it. That's what you want to do with it.
It's actual enduring value. Like, Gauntlet cards never lose value, really.
I have to ask, like what Auto says in the poll, will you buy the campaign?
Wow.
I don't know. I don't, like Cranky said, the message, the one option missing is I don't know if I'm going to go for it or not.
So just from the release, three gold citations for 15. There are players that would buy that just for that. But you have to imagine with Honor and Dilithium, even if it's like the similar to the regular premium, that's... Oh, come back, Bottle Cap. I lost you. I think the regular has, 870 for the normal premium, 870 Dilithium. So I'm sure there's going to be plenty of goodies. They seem to want to get people hooked on the habit of buying a campaign every month, and so they're going to make it probably one of the better deals out there. And I could be wrong because the Quantum Pass was definitely not that, but just from what the 3 gold citations for 15, that alone, I think some people would buy. So
that's finishing off a crew every week.
Let me circle back to the idea that she should have been not Gauntlet, and I kind of agree because, like I said, she already has coverage. You have Guinan who covers the dip med. You have Red Angel who covers the dip eng. Caretaker covers the med eng. So you already have exclusives that most people are going to get if they've been playing long enough. But the skill set is premium. It's one of the best Void skill sets in the game, and there's not a lot of crew who have it. Really, the only one that's relevant great anymore is Dexa, and Stranded Quark he's getting a little longer in the tooth. So, but you have the Romulan trait. How many strong, great Romulans do we have in the game? Kind of the last Laris is maybe the best one that's still a great power level. So I definitely see her components, if you made her a more Bates and Voyage happy crew, would also be great. So, but I'm fine the way you can have a crew who's always a good Voyager, and she definitely fits in each as she has her roles. And I tell you what, this is probably a great retrieval crew, yeah. If she makes it to the portal in 12 months and you didn't buy the campaign, you'd grab that one, sir?
In one.
Would they put it? I mean, they have to put her in the portal. They have to put these Uber crew in the portal.
They did with Scrooge Data, so...
True. But I'm not thinking about, original crew, new crew, because I'm thinking about in the Uber campaign.
Well, Scrooge Data was new, and they put him in a campaign.
But he wasn't in the Uber campaign. This is a new tier.
He was still paywalled behind cash.
Well,
so.
Don't do this.
just I'm just saying what everyone's probably not thinking. Never mind, it's just me. Yeah, no. No one's
He put it in their brain. So yeah, I'm not sure where I stand on this. I feel like this is one of those campaigns where I'm going to buy the standard track because that's an easy, justified purchase every month. Like I can justify that because it's I don't like spending too much money on this game, especially right now. And I can think about it because I'll be getting the 100 track, and I'll be able to look at it and I'll be able to go with my finances and how I'm feeling about the game. Do I feel like this is a decent investment of time and money? And then I can go from there. This is what I'm genuinely not sure.
For podcast listeners, will you be buying this first introductory Uber campaign? 43% say yes, I'll buy it regularly. 36% say no, but I'm tempted. 14% say yes, but just because of this Lars. 7% say nope, never. I'm in the, since you ask, I'm in the nope camp. I would normally like to. I would actually be very excited by this campaign, but they've not earned my money over a long stretch now, and pretty much everything they've been doing has just been oriented toward give us more money. We're not going to fix things. I mean, even this this current UI, if you load it up and check it, it's like all bugged out right now with different unclickable boxes and stuff, and so and the downtime today. There was downtime last week.
Yeah.
So
on the phone, the bar with all the currencies just goes off the screen. It's pretty bad. Yeah.
They seem to be pretty much in milk mode right now. So even though I'm enjoying the game and I would like to spend money, not until they improve several things. So.
Yeah. Since we're talking about campaigns, let me just deselect Laris. Let's talk about. They also announced.
But don't worry, folks. We'll be here for you. We'll talk about LTOs. We'll talk about Uber crew. We'll talk about whatever money-related stuff you want to talk about.
I'm never stopping streaming. I found two guys I like talking to. Come on. Face of Rios is the. What do we call this? What do we call regular campaign? Do we call it?
Premium.
The Grande campaign or the premium campaign?
We'll stick with premium. We're not going with super unleaded, whatever they call it. That one's Uber, but we can call this one premium.
The E10 of campaigns and then just the raw diesel. Yeah, okay.
E10, these nuts.
Hey! Face of Rios. Guys, I'm happy because I've got 1 of 5, so I may end up indulging to get
I also have a 1 out of 5, so I'm very pleased.
1 out of 5 Rios buddies. And I love Stardust
Posting as a facer on FreeCloud, Rios introduces a disguised Picard to Bejazel's associate, Mr. Vup, in order to rescue Maddox.
Why do we not have Bejazel yet?
Because they're worried it'll trip the profanity filters. That's why.
Oh dear.
Okay, so is this...
sinister.
Yeah, there we go.
This has got to be the best art. If you head over to Disruptor Beam's forums, they have the little art thing for the campaign put together. This has got to be like the best art conglomeration they've ever done, right? Between Face of Rios, Laris, and then even Vashti Picard looks all right.
Do I have that?
You know what you're telling me your thing isn't like 79-year-old man?
I mean, you can see the age spot on Patrick Stewart's hand, so if you're into that, then...
I thought I had it. I don't. Never mind.
I'm shocked he's still like Voyage 160. I remember him debuting at like 110.
So
I guess that's because all the bonuses are stacked toward a dip right now, yeah?
He's 182 unboosted.
For a dip end card, that's actually not awful. That probably punches weight a little bit. Like, unless you've made a point of grabbing Dodge on the run and Racquetball O'Brien with his nut hugger shorts, but you know, like...
Bejazel.
Fucking Bejazel. We need Bejazel. The thing with Bejazel is she is a spot on for young Deanna Troi. When I first saw her, I thought, fuck me, they deep-faked Marina Sirtis into this. Like, she is... If they needed someone to play... Season 1, Deanna Troi, get that actress. I don't know her name, but get her. Like,
so Ben, if you're still watching, you can see on the screen Face of Rios. You notice the jaunty, rakish hat with the big feather sticking out of it, and he's got this big green lush. What is it, like a bathroom rug wearing? Yeah, no costume trait. This is what he goes around in day to day wearing as his normal outfit. This is not costumed at all, right? Costume trait.
Now that's the kind of talk that I like.
Disguise, not a costume. Is a disguise not a costume?
Is Sinister Picard costume?
Oh, are we not always hiding within ourselves?
Yeah.
To
whom do we show our inner faces?
So I love this art. I love this card. I think ever since season 2, everyone's becoming Swift Rios fans. Definitely. Like, I mean, if you were already from the holograms, then
Rios has always been awesome. Rios has always been like even when I was like, you know what, Picard season 1 not that great. I was still like, Rios is fucking cool.
Yeah. Yes, we need Emmett. We do need Emmett. I need my drunk tactical hologram.
So here's the thing: is Otto was talking to me about what he wants faked up for the fake crew, and I was like, no, sorry, Timelines Talks Originals.
Branding.
For the next batch of those, because we don't have any this week. I didn't have time, I'm afraid. And he was giving me one idea, but I'm still like, I still have in my thing, I have a list of all of the holograms, and I'm like, I really want to do a more 5 and like structure it like a mega, but
Rios Mega.
No, I have to. I would love a Rios Mega. Can you imagine?
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
Because we can get some of the season 2 cards in there as well. Yeah, just give us all Rios.
Like, he's a versatile enough character. You could absolutely do
I'm
that.
shocked.
Like, give me shirtless, injured, smoking a cigar, Rios.
I'm shocked by how many accents that man can do flawlessly. Like, he is. I think he's British, isn't he?
Some of them aren't flawless.
Okay,
Some of them are a little bit dodgy, but
he's pretty good. Like,
I think he is British.
But the
actually,
holograms are supposed to be kind of pretty crap. Like,
yeah,
they're
they
supposed
are
to be like
absolutely.
Yeah, the Scottish hologram is supposed to be very characterish, very sort of Flanderized Scotsman, isn't he? So, or very not Flanderized. I'd say James
Cabrera was born in Venezuela.
Oh, was he?
He is Chilean. Yes.
Oh wow! Oh wow! No.
Born in Caracas.
That being said, he did train in acting in the UK.
Oh well, there we go then. The flawless British accent speaks up. But yes, no, I like this character. I like this card. I like the art. It's fun.
Yeah, and yet people were mentioning, Adira, both Adiras eat his lunch. That's true, but guess what? If you have a dip end voyage, you're going to need more than one card to fill that slot, and it's like, he's just cool. How often do we get to disappoint a crew and say you should get him because he's cool? I mean, obviously, don't spend money if you don't want to, but like, retrieve him. I don't care. Retrieve him. He's offering Gauntlet, but he will bring you joy when you stroll past him when you don't level him.
I can relate. Okay, moving on. Vashti Picard, diplomat in the sea of Picards that should be. I like this card. This is quite cool. It's a nice moment in Picard as well. I'm gonna say it. Yeah. I'm gonna be that guy, and I'm gonna say Picard season 1 wasn't as bad as everyone lets on. I think everyone remembers that last episode and just goes, holy shit, that was a mess, and then forgets about all the other good points in the season, which this was one of the good points, when he beams down to the Romulan colony of Vashti, and then interacts with the people there after not being there for so many years, and I am...
So, I've had an interesting perspective, because I've not watched Picard season 2, any of it. I've seen, I've been, I spoiled, because I'm on parts of it, I don't know the actual minutiae, and I'll enjoy getting to dig into it, and hopefully I'll have forgotten most of it by the time I get to watch it. But I am reminded of the fact that F was extremely hyped and interested and fervent with speculation and discussion when Picard season 1 those first few episodes dropped, and then it fell off real hard. And I'm really hoping that doesn't happen again because people are hyping themselves up quite a bit, and I'm really hoping that it doesn't happen again.
So part of that for me was I just wanted to see if they got the original Maddox. And then another part was how many of the old TNG crew are they bringing back? And this time around, I don't sense that. I'm not hyped for anything. I'm not looking forward to something. I'm just enjoying what they're putting out in the first few.
I think that's the difference between when you...
Do you think you get a lowering of expectations almost? Or a redirection of expectations? More?
Well, yeah, it's like I'm not looking forward to something specifically, and if it doesn't come out, I'll be disappointed. I'm just... I put it on not knowing what there would be other than, we all know Whoopi was going to be on there. And it's been great.
They got everything out quite early. They showed, right, here's Guinan, here's Q. Again, no, we're not going to spoil, but, they kind of got that away in the trailers, and they kind of went, here's the stuff you want, now we can save all the juicy bits, which
Before heading to Free Cloud to look for Bruce Maddox, Picard visits the Romulan relocation hub on Vashti to enlist aid.
Yeah, good art on this card. I like this one. This is
okay. I think the big book is drunk because tier 4, really. You can use him a little bit. You can use him a little bit in Gauntlet because he's got a big dip roll and he has a couple 45%. But you probably shouldn't be voyaging with Command Dip Suck at this power level.
How
often do you look at bubbles nowadays?
His bases are not strong for events, and he has one collection plus the Desperate trait. So, it's we don't manually.
We don't look at bubbles that much anymore. Maybe that's it.
Well, no, but even for new players, what do you use him for? Gauntlet, and then his bases are bad. So
God also,
but his bases are so bad though.
Most 4-star Picards have bad bases, with the exception of Robin Hood.
Dude, 682. His base begins with a 6.
Yeah. So does most other Picards. They're all pretty bad.
His base is rank 115. It's bad.
Okay, Bernie Name says 50% of his tier score comes from gold.
Yes, I know, and this is one of several crew that, because we don't manually tier anything. It's set by the weights automatically, and then so you do get. There's always going to be a couple outliers that I'd like to move around. I just don't. So But I got to take a shot at our own resource every once in a while, because this one just feels like this is not, to me, this is not an above average card.
This is a new thing. Yeah. This is auto slamming on the big book. What's going on?
It's not the base size auto, it's how you use it. As the great Nigel Powers once explained.
Yeah. I can never, I would never complain about a free Picard. I'm never going to complain about a free Picard. And a free Diplomat. Like, for free players, this is a great get. Like, with the super rare pool getting bigger and bigger and bigger to get a free Diplomat, fantastic.
Bro, one collection. Do you know how many super rares have one collection?
God.
I don't know. It's over 400. It's like 400 something. All right, I'm going to look it up now, just so...
Incredible.
Amazing. All right, well, we've run out the list of talking points this week. What are we going to do now? what's on your plan?
I tell you what, let's talk about 383 purples have a collection. Let's talk about leader Pav.
Oh, yes, we forgot about Pav.
The newest uncommon crew in a long time.
I have a picture. I don't have the stats, but I have a picture. Two pictures.
The leader of the Trill government, Pav, was conflicted about Adira's joining with Tal. Trill politician, cultural figure, resourceful. So at least there's no human Starfleet Federation nonsense.
Yeah. It's an easy retrieve. Oh wait, who's retrieving 2 stars?
Wow. So a few things. This comes from my I should say. Comes from my new favorite episode of Star Trek.
Oh, this is the Tile one when she goes into the.
Yeah, this is. I really, really enjoy this episode a lot because I've always loved the Trill. I think they're such a cool race. They are such an interesting concept. They're such a cool. They are a sci-fi-ification of reincarnation, and that's awesome. And pretty much every Trill character, with 1 or 2 exceptions, is generally pretty cool or at least interesting, and brings something new to the table. And I also love the fashion. Like, they did a really nice. Like, I'm so glad no one looks like they dress like a bus seat anymore. I'm so glad.
Dude, Jake Sisko, come on.
I'm so, because look, she's styling.
Yeah.
That's cool. Like the white and the gold, like that works really well. Like, and the art. Let's say, hey, the art looks great.
Idle.
Hello.
This is a command med crew for a Nightmare alt account.
This will be a good one for Nightmare crew. And anyone following Nightmare rules, you will need to complete this crew before you can continue on anything else. So you will have to pause whatever you're doing and complete this one. Shouldn't be too hard.
How about let's let folks know what Nightmare mode is if they've not.
Oh, they know what Nightmare mode. Go to the forums, search up the Nightmare mode. Basically, you will have to start a new game.
Come on, you're the ambassador for Nightmare mode.
That's Genos is the ambassador. He's the originator.
We'll keep it exclusive. If you don't know what it is, screw you. We're moving on.
Go look it up. It's something. It's got a following now. We've got quite a few people playing it. It's quite interesting. But yeah, I like this card. I like this character. I'm surprised.
Thank you, Shia. Just shut up and explain what Nightmare mode is.
No.
No, the first rule of Nightmare mode is that you don't talk about Nightmare mode.
Can we rename it to like Nightmare Club or something?
Nightmare Club. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Actually, I'll do
that. Pull up the ladder. Don't let them up after us.
Just poking them with a broom so they can't get back up.
Go on the forums, search Nightmare mode. That's all I'll say. Or come to the Discord and look at the pins on the Discord on the Nightmare mode. There you go. There's a
channel dedicated to it.
There is a whole channel dedicated to sick fucks like me. I like this art. I like this episode. I'm surprised.
Spent 5 minutes talking about why we're not going to explain Nightmare mode. That's it.
Big, if you're surprised by this, you're clearly not coming on the show often enough.
Fake fan. Can we draw some picture now?
You know what? Why not?
Well, hold on. Do we have anything left on the list?
No, we're done. We've moaned. Oh, when you going to talk about Displaced? Do you want to have a bitch for
Nah, we bitched enough. All right, let me.
Are you sure? You know you like it.
We'll do up something for it next time. All right, I tell you what, I'm going to put the Pictionary link in the sub and boost chat on Discord. So that means you two guys got to go check it out too. And we'll get a few people in here.
So yes, which session we're going to play? Is this going to be regular or is this going to be Star Trek?
This is going to be regular.
Okay. Let me share my screen as well so our wonderful people in
I'm trying to put together a Star Trek only words and phrases for this, and it's surprisingly hard to find stuff that is actually drawable.
There we go.
Like, you can't do like quantum inversion and expect someone to draw that. So,
Right. Okay. I need
sure I
to
could draw that.
I need to sort my look out. Oh, I've got to be a Cyclops. Look at that. Oh yes, Musha bit.
subs, if you're listening, go into the sub and boost chat on Discord. Click the link, and you can join us.
Okay.
Look, you
And
do
again.
get benefits for being subscribed.
Of course you do. Okay. I'm in. Oh, stars. Go for the classic Tash.
Don't make us go with 3 players. Someone's got to join in. No, we'll put it in chat if our subs are using us for white noise to fall asleep.
Time to wake up. Come on. The show's over. Come on and play some Pictionary with us. Because why not? It was funny, yeah. If anyone didn't watch this yesterday, we had a round. How many rounds are we doing? 4 rounds. Oh shit, while people are assembling, I'm going to go join.
So even people that are subs don't have it linked. Come on, guys.
Come on, guys.
We
join
dropped
the
all sorts of
24th
juicy
century.
stuff in that channel today.
Yeah, we do. It's true.
All right, so have you paid any attention to the new trait that they added, displaced?
Only enough to know that it's... Well, you and I had a conversation about this a little bit. And it feels... I think you put it best. It feels really, really ill-advised to put in a brand new trait with fuzzy wording when you can't get your traits right on most of the other crew you're already releasing.
Uh-oh.
Feels ill-advised.
Looks like we're having trouble joining. Racing joined, stars dropped out. I wonder if there's an issue with,
Why did I drop out?
with their lobby.
Yeah. I'm back
Stars
in.
is back in.
Where we're at?
All right, well, I tell you what. It looks like there's...
Look, Monkey says he can't draw for love nor money. That's fine. Neither can I. That's the
Okay,
fun.
now we got Ivian. So we have 5 people. All right, let's go before people fall asleep. Huh?
Okay.
And maybe we'll do another round later on. So
All right.
Okay, go Ivy.
I don't know who Ivy is. Let us know in chat so we can dunk on you.
Yes. Ivy, who are you?
I guess you can join while the game's in progress. So there you go.
Oh, there you go. Oh, Cranky's in.
Here we go.
Me. How did that happen? Oh, Eric Nelson.
Ivy, you're drawing.
Nice.
There you go.
Go on, Eric.
Okay.
Oh.
What's this? Hey, there we go.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I hate this when other people get it. I don't.
Dominoes fall. I love it.
No. What? Oh. No.
Dick Rock.
Oh, Rock.
Yeah,
So if you guys are new to this, the number of spaces at the top of the screen tells you how many characters.
Oh, crayon. Oh,
are in
okay.
the-
I was fixating too much on the color.
Hmm.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. How do I do this? So, okay, yeah, like that. Oh God, see, take this as your.
So I keep going, Bob Ross. Come on. Oh.
Yeah. Hang on.
What? What?
I'm trying my best here.
What?
What if I do? Oh, there you go. Walt got it.
Oh, of course, the Brits are banding together.
No, I'm stumped.
Oh, I'm glad someone else is.
And you go like that.
Yeah, Shai's asking if there's a way to magnify the in-game chat so we can laugh at everyone's
there you
guesses as well.
I'm going to thank chat for that one because I just looked over at chat and spoiled myself. So sorry. The fake points.
Don't cheat. It was a lottery.
Well, you can't cheat.
No, I didn't. I owned up to it. I mean, I accidentally looked and then I'd seen everything. I won't look now. If I'm looking this way, I'm not paying attention. So there we go.
All right.
Yeah, whatever.
For the sake of integrity, we must ignore stream chat for the duration.
Yes.
It's like, because we don't do that normally.
Ooh. I mean, we know racing is good at drawing because of her nails.
What the hell? Yeah, there we go.
What?
Yeah, Evans of Wales says that the biggest problem with Displaced is that in the announcement they used the word timeline twice when they meant time. Well, you see, the problem is, Evans, is that the timeline, they don't have time to talk about time. They don't
Right.
have
You're distracting
time.
me. Quit saying
shut
words,
up. I
and
don't
they
know
get
what this
stuck
is.
in my head.
What the fuck is this?
You just draw and erase.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no, that wasn't what I was thinking of.
I probably wouldn't have picked blue for that. I probably would have gone red because I associate toolboxes with being red.
Okay.
But
Well, I don't even know.
If you'd
who
stopped
that is.
saying time, I would have guessed it.
Okay. Right, let's go colour here.
What was it? Time? No.
Right, hang on. You need to go. And then a nice big grey.
Oh, no?
No.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, okay.
Now, if your name is Ivy, you ought to get a plant-related one pretty quickly.
Don't be mean.
I'm not being mean.
That's a low blow.
Quit saying words. Yeah, Big, that's what I'm saying.
Guess what? Just because I am capable of multitasking.
Multi what? Multipass.
Exactly. Multipass. Now that'd be a hard one to communicate. You have to draw Lilu.
Hey, there you go.
Alright.
Amazing
Oh, here we
points
go.
for that.
Jeez.
Okay, this is always going to be good.
God, this is going to suck. I suck at drawing, by the way.
Let's see the best part.
Okay. Yeah, there we go.
What?
Hold on, I'll connect the leg here.
Yeah, I got it.
It's a giant malignant tumor, I'm sorry to tell you.
You're not even wrong.
Hold on, I have a fill option. I don't know if that helps at all. Hey, pregnant.
There you go.
Congratulations.
Well done.
It's not a tumor.
Brilliant. All right.
Well, what you got for us? No.
Oh yeah, 5 letters.
Oh
yes.
There you go.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good one.
That's a good one, actually. Yeah. All right, Cranky, impress us. Dance, monkey, dance, monkey, dance. What we got? Oh, he's going for the fine tip.
Oh,
I still don't know where that option is.
classy guy bringing out his fine
That's
tip.
the far right of the options.
I should really pay attention to how many words are in this.
Santa Claus?
What? Ah.
The hell?
I still don't know who Ivy is. Ivy, if you're listening, let us
Eric
know in
Nelson.
chat.
Eric Nelson.
Oh, okay.
What the hell?
The
fuck?
Something burr.
Robert Picardo. Almost.
What?
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Okay. Right. The flared hat wasn't big enough. I needed more edge on that.
For podcast listeners, enjoy 30 minutes of idleness.
Oh, I'll cut this. I'll cut
Eat what, you egg?
Oh, wait, this is a long word.
Oh no, this is a bad one.
No.
What the hell?
No.
Ion cannon? Okay, yeah. Yeah,
No.
there we go. Yep. That's a good one.
Oh.
Well done.
I don't know if I can... No. Oh, yes, now I can spell this. Yeah.
There you go. I can spell at a 5th grade level, says I.
It's a call to fire extinguisher. What's the second word? Hydrant? What?
You're an American. It's an American thing. You have them all over the place.
Oh.
You people.
Fuck.
I don't live in there. I don't live there anymore.
Alright, okay. Okay. So let's go with... Yeah, let's go like that. Yeah. And then let's use that into here. No, I didn't want to...
Oh, you didn't complete the
yeah,
line.
yeah, no,
completely.
don't worry. It's fine.
Rookie mistake.
There we go. And then we're gonna get some... No, damn it. Okay, and then let's get some brown in there.
What? Famous last words.
And then get a...
He's really going hard on this.
What is this?
Oh, that's a bad...
I mean, I'm shit at Wordle, so this is not helping.
Oh, there you go. Cranky got it. Okay, yeah.
Fuck.
You know, let's get a... Yeah, there you go. You get that back there. Shame! Let me get a... Yeah, there's a boat in there as well. Yeah.
What? Is this like your hieroglyphics?
A boat on the grass.
Okay, okay.
Boats go in the water.
Yeah. It's like a Jerry Reed over here.
Laris.
I think I'm off my game tonight.
He's doing racings down it.
I thought it was a dog.
Thank you, Naima. Thank you.
People are going hard on the fill tool today.
They've learned. They're adapting. Oh,
yeah. There it is. Oh,
All right, it'll impress us.
Oh, this would be a tough one. Right, okay.
All right. God damn it, Otto. Chicken bone?
The aspect's completely wrong. Hang on. Oh wait,
How did you guess? What?
What the
What?
fuck?
Really? Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Yeah. Hang on. Ah, shit. I can't work the buttons. Why are you not doing colour? Oh, I'm not on the pencil.
Oh. Okay. I guess. I don't even know how I guessed it. I was like, oh, it ends in an O. Okay, fine.
What?
Cello.
Oh my god.
Someone should have drawn Miles O'Brien.
Alright, I'm gonna make you guys suffer on this one.
Alright.
This is gonna suck.
It's lost all meaning.
I suck at this so bad.
Oh. No.
Yeah!
What?
Got it.
Am I close? Oh, yes, I was. It didn't tell me I was close. Usually does that.
It's me.
There's some kind of implement involved that I'm not sure I can draw, so I'm just gonna do that. That's the best I can give you, Walt. Good luck.
Guess he says so well.
But I can feel it green right before we.
Yeah.
Welder.
Oh, welder.
Big ass mask on there. All right, we're halfway through, folks.
Well, he's our man. If he can't draw it, we're fucked.
Yeah. All right, what's this? Oh, yeah. Some people get older luck.
Yeah, let's look at the easy ones.
House, grass, and then Idle gets Suez Canal.
Cello.
Really?
Really?
Who guesses these?
What?
The fuck is this?
Wrong answers only.
What? No. Oh, no. 5-letter stars. Oh.
What bread?
What kind of bread you eating?
A sliced bread. I got it. I got the sliced bread. I like the butter on the side. Oh.
Does your bread have lines on it too, Shy? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Nice.
This is a pretty tight game. Everyone's in it at this point.
Yeah. Hey, look, it featured in the last Star Trek Adventures stream.
He did. Do you guys have parachutes?
Here you go.
I thought you just fell in.
Yeah. No, that's not
Hard
quite how it
landing.
works. Okay. So let's go with and then there's a guy like that.
Wow, Walt, how are you this? What? The expression is everything. Oh my god. I can think of 2 words. Yeah. I know the name of. Oh, okay.
Sculpture.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I tried to do Michelangelo's David.
Yeah.
That's what I was writing on the bottom.
I was too focused on the anatomy to try and work out what the statue of David was like. Oh, thick pen. Oh no.
Ooh.
Can't really
Get in there with a thickness.
Oh, fine tip. There's. Oh, bringing out the nail workout.
Okay.
I'm going to say racing is not up to your usual standard of nail work.
M.
Oh. Yes.
I appreciate you also.
Jesus Christ.
Oh!
I'll tell you what, I'll zoom this in on the... Can I zoom this in, you know? Yeah, there we go. I'll zoom it in so people can see the chat on the stream. There we go.
No, don't zoom in now.
Yeah. As soon as the M came up. Ooh.
Yeah.
Suez Canal.
No. This is much better.
I like to think she
Romania.
traced her hand on the screen for this one.
Those are meant to be straighter lines, just so you know.
There we go. No, it came through. It came through.
And then we'll draw a...
What? Oh, okay, that's cute. Nice.
It's cute, but it's not helping me.
The idol.
This went really wrong. It's supposed to be a panda.
You know, it's not what bamboo looks like, right?
Some people.
Okay.
Alright, what's this? Okay.
What?
It's not to scale.
That's all I'm giving you. You gotta figure it out from here.
I got nothing. I actually got nothing. Is it something ending in E? Fuck.
Yes.
Fucking hell.
You wanted to lick his lolly?
I was fixated on the lollipop.
Pop.
I can only do stick figures, so.
It's the safest way. What? Oh.
Oh, we've had this one yesterday.
Okay. That's wrong. That is straight up not what they look like.
That's a hadrosaur. Okay. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Okay, now it's looking a bit more right. Yeah.
You got to do the arms.
Okay, am I wrong in thinking that T-Rexes are red? I always think they're red.
I always pick green, so whatever. They're like lizards. They're big lizards.
More feathers, anyway. Who's drawing? Oh, cranky.
Barney. Well, if it was green, it wouldn't be Barney, now would it? Unless Barney had like gangrene.
That's not. No.
Stars is running away with the game. Oh no, Walt's pretty close actually.
Yeah, no, I'm keeping an eye on him because I need to make sure I grind him into the dirt.
It's going down to Stars and Walt.
Fuck, I suck at this.
The meanest and the nicest people I know.
Homer Simpson's workplace.
I think you'd call it a flat.
I was about to put condo, but yeah, okay. There's no
that might be a
timeshare.
Hey Rocky, how's about investing in condominiums? They're safe. You know, I'll never use them.
Okay. Oh. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
I got there before you, Walt. Fuck you.
What?
I will win.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that's not how you spell that word.
You're thinking of the plural.
Yeah, there's two of them there, so sue me. And Dorian. That's pretty close.
Hey.
Yeah.
Go
what
on.
the fuck? Okay.
You have the word abstract, like I had yesterday.
Okay. I took the hard one here, so it's gonna be
Luan.
interesting.
It's dignity.
All right, so it's the guy. He's like that. He's got like that. Yeah,
Wait, what?
All right, don't say words though. That's...
Wait, look at there's a hyphen. There's a fucking hyphen in it. What? What word is constructed like that? Are you drawing me right now?
No.
Oh no, clearly not.
No, see, there's hair coming in, so...
Yeah, so clearly not.
What the fuck?
How do I draw this? Oh god. Hang on, if I do this...
See, you're thinking auto.
How else? Flag. What's the flag? I don't know.
Stop saying words. That's helping us.
You need the fucking help.
No, I don't want anyone to guess this.
Hang on. What if I do? And then. Well, got it. Well done.
Wow. What the fuck?
Tried.
Wow.
Dude, like, best way to draw that one would be a little bit racist. So maybe
Yeah. So I had to working with a handicap.
Evil Kirk, almost. I don't know so many flowers, so and I can't spell chrysanthemum.
There's only 5 letters.
Oh. No. Fuck, I don't know what it's called. Oh.
Oh. Yeah.
Thank you for the arrow. The arrow was appreciated.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. This. That might be a very. Oh no, I won't take one that's UK centric, or should I? No.
No name guess.
It's gonna pick for you if you don't pick.
I know.
I
I'm
appreciate
gonna
that.
pick this. Right. Okay. So, how do I draw this? Right. Let's do.
Seriously?
No, it's okay. It's okay. We're going orthographic here. Oh, well done. Well done.
Sorry, Walt. I guess I'm just built different.
And I'll just put a bit of flavour in here as well. Why not? No, I can't
Was that
draw.
your combine Buster?
There you go.
That vehicle's laying down.
One of the other options was autograph or milkman. How many people know what a milkman is?
I just had to draw with WRG Ben.
Oh, there it is. Yes.
What?
I guess that's more of a.
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I do like.
Hey, so
well
Stars
done,
wins
Stars.
this round, and the idol comes in last.
Of course. Should do one for everyone.
Huh?
Do one for
Another
everyone
one.
in chat.
Not for me.
You're
I'll just
a
tap out.
worthy opponent. You're a
If
worthy
you want to
opponent.
keep going, you can.
No, we'll stop. We'll stop.
We need a dedicated Skribbl stream.
I'll get all the Jackbox games out at some point. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining us. This has been a fun week. I'm glad we had that moment to just depressurize there at the end after everything to really set ourselves.
That without that Skribbl part, that would have been like the shortest show in our history.
We really would have done. Actually, I'm
Yeah, no,
surprised
thank
it's
God
still
we didn't
clocking
do
in just over
that.
2 hours.
Have we stumbled on the formula of how to be concise?
Maybe if there's something to moan about and there's not too many crew released.
If you stopped at maybe, that would have proven
Maybe
our
if
point.
we don't take a month between shows.
No, we're on every week, whether you like it or not.
Yeah. That's
Are
what
we
time of
doing
life.
Armada next week?
I don't know. I need to think about an Armada. Oh no, because next week is WRG.
We're doing Q&A next
Yes,
week.
next week's WRG. We'll
We
talk about
push the Q&A
We can
so
probably
we can
bump
do the
Ben for Armada.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Thank you everyone for joining us. We will be back next week for the WRG Q&A, and come pop along to the Discord if you're not already, and find the events that are going on, including the charity stream where we have No AK on for an interview, and we also have Star Trek Online giveaways. We have all sorts of stuff. All sorts of stuff going on. And thank you for everyone in chat for staying for the shit talking. It's been great. We will see you next week for WRG's Q&A. Say the line, Auto.
Ta-ra!